and welcome back to week 2. Again, my name is Mandy Johnson. I'm a physical therapist and certified athletic trainer, and this lovely lady next to me is named Tammy Miller. She's a nutrition coach and also a phenomenal biochemist, but we're actually coming to you today to talk more about getting into those New Year goals and how do you actually set those. The first week we really talked about the initial part of setting goals for your New Year's is changing your thought process on goals that you might have failed at in the past and how those thoughts are directing your emotions, your feelings in regards to that change, which direct your actions, which then affect the result that you want or that you're not getting. So moving into this week, what we're really working towards is how do you take those big picture concepts such as I want to lose 10 pounds and break them down into what we call a SMART goal. So a SMART goal or a SMARTer goal, which we introduced last week, is where you define and break up that big stretch goal. So Charles Duhigg, he's written a couple of books, Power of Habit and Smarter, Faster, Better, sorry. He really talks about how you do want to have those big stretch goals. So it's okay to have the concept of I'm going to be healthy this year, or I'm going to lose 100 pounds. So really almost insurmountable type goal, one you could see being achieved, but you can't just all of a sudden become it. You can't just lose 10 pounds. You can't lose 100 pounds. You can't just become healthy. You have to set up those SMART goals or those smarter goals in order to achieve it. So again, quick review on what those SMART goals or smarter goals stand for. So with Michael Hyatt, his Best Year Ever book, he kind of brings and reworks that SMART goal into what we call a smarter goal, which stands for specific, measurable, actionable, risky, time-keyed, exciting, and relevant. So let's say like from just the natural perspective of I talk a little bit more about exercise. A stretch goal might be that someone wants to run a marathon by the end of the year. And we would break that big idea or that big concept of I want to run a marathon in order to get more movement into my world into smaller, more achievable goals, such as I'm going to run a 5K without stopping by the end of March. And so you have that achievable first quarter goal towards your big goal of running a marathon. Again, like you would actually break that 5K goal down into smaller ones, and then you'd schedule it so that every single week you're meeting that goal. And one thing that I know Tammy's really good at is breaking down goals on eating healthy. So let's just say the topic of someone says, I'm going to eat better this year. What would you say to them, or how would you break that down for them?
So that is a great thing that we hear all the time at the beginning of the year. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to eat more healthy. But what does that actually look like? So we looked a little bit at nutrition basics in the blog this week. So how do I make that an actionable goal? So I'm going to break it down into I'm going to eat 2 fistfuls of fruit and veg every day for 1 month, or for 5 days a week for 1 month. So if we break that down, first of all, it's very specific. What am I going to do? I'm going to eat 2 fistfuls or 2 handfuls of fruits or vegetables on a daily basis. That is measurable. Okay, so it's specific, but it's also measurable because I can measure 2 fistfuls of spinach, or I can measure 2 fistfuls of apple slices. Those are something that is very measurable. It's actionable because I can go to my local grocery store and I can find the fruits or the vegetables that I want to eat, and I can bring them home so that I have them. So that's actionable. It's risky because I may not eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So this becomes very, very risky of, well, what if I start to eat these fruits and vegetables and I don't like them, or I've never done it before? So that makes it risky. So that goes back to there's a little bit of excitement there because it's risky. And then it's very, very time keyed because I can sit down and I can say, I'm going to start on the first day of the month. So I'm going to start January 1st and I'm going to go through January 30th. So first day of the month for 30 days. I can put that on my calendar. It is very time keyed and I know there's a start and a stop. It's exciting because this might be the first time I've eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables, going back to the risky, but it's also exciting because this is the first step on my way to reaching my goal of eating healthier. And it's a small step. It's not a huge step. It's a small step. I'm just adding something in. And then finally, it's relevant to my overall goal of if I start adding fruits and vegetables in every day, 5 days a week, that is getting to the eating healthier. And that comes to not cutting things out, but adding things in. So we're adding in these wonderful fruits and vegetables that we may not know what they taste like. We may not remember what they taste like. And so now we've got those in our diet. So that's a great way to break it down and make it specific, measurable.
If McDonald's doesn't serve it, I might have had that for the last 10 years. So, like you might not remember what asparagus tastes like. It's an exciting adventure.
It is. And it's risky because what if I grab a vegetable that I really don't like? That's okay. You tried it. And that's the first step on finding how to eat better, how to get to what you want.
Yeah, and how you can do it in a way that works for you too. So, just creating that nice study where you can actually check off those blocks and making it something that is just that little bit risky. Like, can I really eat that much a day? I think I can, but it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. That's what keeps it just right on that hair's edge in that discomfort zone.
Right.
So it's a goal that's uncomfortable, but not delusional, because everybody can eat a couple of fruits and vegetables a day, at least for 5 days a week. So
Exactly.
So, all right.
Perfect. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And you've made it through week 2. Thank you very much. We will see you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.